What's up everybody, welcome back to the channel guys. Today we're going to be discussing Zzz Sam and discussing if he's actually an industry plant or not. Now the reason I'm making this video is because I've been seeing lots of people on Instagram, even the comments to my YouTube videos, calling Zzz an industry plant. So we're just going to be diving into, is Sam really one or not? To start, we're going to break down the definition of an industry plant. An industry plant is an artist who has a major or indie label backing their movement but presents themselves as a homegrown artist or startup to create the illusion of an organic following. Basically, what this means is an industry plant is an artist that has a lot of money put into them. Somebody that you can look at for an easy example of this is literally an artist like Jumex. It's an artist that just kind of comes out of nowhere and starts getting millions of streams, followers, views on YouTube, and nobody's really heard of them. They have these big budgets behind them. They sometimes have features. Their videos are directed by huge directors. That's basically what an industry plant is. It's somebody that just has all this label push behind them, but they don't acknowledge or say that they're signed. They try to keep that quiet and act like they're an independent artist so they can grow an organic fan base and then come out by saying that they're signed or whatever. An easy way to look at this as well is Ian Dior's debut album, Industry Plant. The name of the album is literally called Industry Plant because that's what everybody called Ian when he started to get signed to Internet Money and started releasing Nothing's Ever Good Enough, and he had bigger features. Because Ian had such a big push behind him and he got features like P&B Rock and Trippie Redd so early on, everybody called him an industry plant, even though the whole time he was just working with Internet Money. It wasn't like Ian was being marketed as an independent artist. He was obviously getting features from artists that were signed to his label like Trippie, and we know he got a P&B Rock feature because he literally was just in the studio and heard the track and hopped on it. I would say a situation like that is more of just how the industry works. It's making good connections and getting features and just meeting the right people so you can get tracks with them, or having a label that signed these artists so you can get an easy feature from them. In my opinion, that's not really an industry plant. That's kind of just how the industry works, especially when you're starting out. You need to get all these connections and try and get your name on there so you can get playlisting, features, big record deals. Obviously, this is the label's job, is to help you get all these things and these industry connections so you have the chance or can blow up. Now, going back to Zzz specifically, if you look at the definition of an industry plant, this is not Zzz at all. We literally know that Zzz had a SoundCloud following. He had fans and supporters back when he was just releasing music on SoundCloud. I think that he might have had music on DSPs, but it since took it down. But I'm assuming that's because obviously he's signed now to a major label, so they want to have new releases go up on all streaming platforms and not just some of the older SoundCloud material he had. But it was never really hidden that Zzz was getting signed. He literally met Bibby and talked to him first on Instagram Live in front of tons of people, and it was very public information that he signed to Grade A. He let us know that, Bibby let us know that, so there was no hiding the fact that Zzz signed to a major label, which doesn't make him an industry plant at all. I know people think that him getting features from artists like Future or meeting Trippie and all these things are him being an industry plant, but an industry plant is literally a label trying to hide the fact that you're signed and portraying you as an underground artist or an organic artist, but you're getting all the support from labels and playlisting and whatever. You're looked at as an independent artist to help you blow up or have a more organic feel to your brand. That's literally not what Zzz is at all though. We know that he's signed. We all know about Zzz because of Grade A, and the people that did know Zzz before that, which there's tons of people, lots of people knew who Zzz was before he even got signed. He was making noise with just his SoundCloud and the stuff he was doing independently. That does not make him an industry plant. He literally just got signed to a label, and now he's getting the benefits of getting to be around bigger artists, getting a label push behind him, getting studio time, getting songs with like Internet Money, Marshmello. That doesn't make him an industry plant just because he got signed and he's getting the perks of being signed now. If you call that an industry plant, then basically any artist that gets signed and starts getting the benefits of having a major label would technically be an industry plant by that definition. But with all this being said, there's obviously no hate towards Zzz or Grade A or anybody. I have no problem with how artists get found and signed or whatever, and even if someone is an industry plant or what you consider an industry plant, unless the artist is being marketed as an independent artist and just getting all the label push behind him, that's really the only thing I have a problem with. But that's not happening happening here. That didn't happen with Ian Dior. That's why, honestly, I don't care when people get called industry plants, and I don't let that affect if I listen to the music or if I like it or whatever, because at the end of the day, if you take that definition and put it towards any artist, then you can really look at anyone as an industry plant.